Well, howdy. We are having a second cup of coffee conversation again with Dr. Deana Steeber, who is the superintendent of the Sulphur Springs ISD. And saw a news release here the last few days that the school board of trustees, has closed on property where the new Rowena Johnson Elementary School will be built. And I know there's been a lot of interest in that. So where will it be built?
So the property is on College Street,
Mm-hmm.
south of 30.
Mm-hmm.
So we're excited to have an opportunity to have an elementary on that side of town.
Yep.
And, the land is, we think it's going to be perfect as far as location and everything. So we're very excited about that.
Are we expecting growth, population growth in that area?
Sure. I think, we're expecting some growth, all over the district. And so we're, trying to position ourselves so that we're ready for that when it does come.
But there hasn't been a school built in that neighborhood before.
Correct.
Uh-huh.
South of 30, right now we have the Bowie campus.
Uh-huh.
But that's one of the campuses that will be closing with this bond.
Oh, right.
Right. So this would be our one elementary south of town, which, looking at our student enrollment as far as elementary students, about 2/3 are north of 30, and about 1/3 is south of 30. So it makes sense that we would have two elementaries north of 30 and one south of 30.
I see. Yeah. How big is that property?
It is 19.5 acres.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I read that surveying work has started there?
It has, yes. So, surveying, geotech studies and topographical studies, traffic studies. We're kind of working through all of that right now and hoping to break ground in probably May.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was coming to the other new school.
Yes.
Which is Sulphur Springs Elementary School, and the groundbreaking for both of those is expected to be in the spring.
Yes, and they'll be staggered. We'll break ground first at the Sulphur Springs Elementary campus, League and Bell Street there.
Yeah.
We'll break ground there first, and we're expecting that the second elementary is about a month, maybe 6 weeks behind that.
Uh-huh. So now the new Sulphur Springs Elementary basically is being built adjacent to the current building.
It is, yes.
Uh-huh.
And we will, once it's completed, there will just be one campus there. We will tear the old building down.
Right.
But yes, it's just a large piece of property, and there's plenty of room on that property to do that. And so we wanted to, make the most out of the resources that we have, and it's a great location. Very centralized in the district.
Now there's a gym on that property that's going to be torn down. They referred to it as a field house. So.
The field house is right there by the track, and that is where the building will sit in that area. So yes, that field house will definitely have to come down.
And the track also goes away. Is that right?
Yes, correct.
That's another time I might ask you, if we have plenty of time, how that particular school happens to have a field house and a track. It's unusual for an elementary school.
Yes, it used to be the high school, and at one time it was a middle school.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yes,
that was worth asking then. Good, I'm glad to know that. So they're getting ready to start to remove the old field house and track.
Yes, we're looking that might start happening January-ish, after the start of the new year. The kind of the activity that you've maybe seen out there the last couple of weeks has been cleaning that building out, having abatement done, asbestos abatements done
right.
before a demolition could take place.
I see, sure. So then the renovations on Barbara Bush Primary, Douglas Early Childhood Center, and Bowie Primary are projected for the summer of '26.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So, renovations to Barbara Bush and to Douglas, and then those two campuses will have a complete refresh.
Yeah.
And Bowie, there'll be some minor renovations there, not a lot, but minor renovations because we need to relocate some staff to that building. So just some things like, changing classroom space into office space.
So the Bowie campus would just be for staff?
Special program staff. So this would be like our diagnosticians, our psychologists, our just our special education department staff.
I see, okay. So, it's a tough question. When do you expect all of this to be complete, all of the projects?
Well, so, of course, we know with Texas weather that can
Sure,
greatly change
I
your,
know.
construction plans. But right now, our goal is that we will have it completed by fall of '26.
Well, that's not too far away,
It's
is
not
it?
too far. We're hoping to start that school year
It'll-
in new buildings. So fingers crossed.
It'll-
that
it'll get here
weather
before-
will cooperate.
Before we know it.
Absolutely.
You know how that goes. Good. All right, Dr. Deana Steeber, Superintendent of Sulphur Springs ISD, on the exciting developments here and new projects starting to get underway. I'm John Mark Dempsey. This is KSST.